Well, hello. My name is Tijuana. I am president of the Dream Home Crew real estate firm. And today I'm going to talk about the reasons why it's just super important to get your credit score up when you're about to buy a house. You should want to get it up anyway, but really specifically for buying a house. Number one, when you have a higher credit score, you're gonna get better rates. FHA does allow lower credit scores, and we do specialize in helping a lot of people with lower credit scores. But the ones that have higher credit scores are getting lower rates, lower down payments, and overall is saving them more money. I have noticed that a lot of our clients that have higher credit scores are their process sometimes is a little bit easier. The banks don't dig as deep. Sometimes when you have a lower score, the bank kind of flags you as a red flag, and they kind of like really go into really deep details because they know that something happened and it could, they feel like if it happened one time, it could possibly happen again. So when you have a stronger score, they feel a little bit more secure and they don't feel kind of like trustworthy. Um, so one of the other reasons is down payment assistance. A lot of times in the year, banks offer down payment assistance. What down payment assistance is, a lot of times when you're buying a house, if you're FHA, you usually have to put down 3.5%. Conventional can be anywhere. Sometimes I've seen 3%, I've seen 5%, I've seen 10 and 20%. It just depends on what type of program it is. But what happens is down payment assistance will actually cover some or all of your down payment. And they only do that for people with higher credit scores. So it's super important to really try to get your credit score up, especially if you want to save on those down payment and there are programs available at that time. Um, when I say different loan programs, sometimes in this market right now, we're in 2021, it's a very aggressive market. I have seen that people with higher scores are getting more houses. And that's because they are able to qualify for different types of programs. When we submit offers to sellers and the people with higher credit scores have different programs, the people with lower credit scores that are still approved have a different type of program. But the sellers, choose to go with the other programs because sometimes they feel like it's going to be a little bit easier to get through the progress. So one of my next videos, I'm going to talk about tips to get your credit score up. But for this one, really try to get your credit score up. I started with the lower credit score myself personally, so I'm speaking from experience. And I have just noticed, when I bought my first house, I was like seriously a low five, seriously. I did everything my banker told me to do, my loan officer. I did it and I was able to buy my first house. It was hard. My first house was hard. By the time I got to my third house and my credit was better, it was easier, and it wasn't, it was just because the banks kind of look at you as a lower risk. They don't dig as deep, they don't give you a hard enough time. So it's super important to want to get your credit score up, and it's not that hard. All right, bye.